Now to troubling new details about former President Biden. A new book claims that his inner circle tried to cover up serious concerns about his mental acuity during last year's presidential campaign. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez reports.
Top Democrats facing questions over former President Biden's health and role in the last election.
Do you think Biden deserves the blame for the loss in 2020? 2024?
Katie, we're looking forward.
Well before that disastrous debate that rocked his campaign and eventually led him to drop out of the race.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Then President Biden was showing troubling signs of cognitive decline, according to a new book set to be published next week. NBC News obtained a copy of Original Sin by journalists Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson, which depicts an aging president being protected by his inner circle. The authors write it was, quote, obvious to many at a fundraiser last summer that then President Biden did not know who George Clooney was, even though they were longtime acquaintances, and Clooney was one of the most famous men in the world. The book goes on to claim former President Obama, who was also at the event, had to hop in and finish sentences for Biden during photo ops. In separate excerpts, the authors write Biden would forget the names of longtime aides and that there were internal discussions about putting the president in a wheelchair in his second term. Still, publicly, the White House aggressively defended the president's fitness for office while arranging for him to climb shorter stairs to Air Force One. Last week, Biden and the former First Lady sat down for an interview on The View, where he was asked about claims he'd experienced cognitive decline.
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. We went to work, and we got it done. And, one of the things that
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us.